It's hard to look back over 20 years through the mists of time. 2003 was a weird year of war, disaster, and the Black Eyed Peas topping the charts with Where Is the Love across Europe. What else happened in 2003? Yeah, Pokémon Ruby and Sapphire were released for the Game Boy Advance. I didn't get those games in 2003. I spent most of 2003 and 2004 sneaking my cousin's copy of Pokémon Ruby to play. I'd played through the start of the game hundreds of times, never able to get past the first few gyms in one play session. One time I was brave enough to save the game over his hours of painstaking work in the misguided belief that he would let me keep playing. I was grounded and never allowed to play on his Game Boy Advance SP ever again. I was devastated and, for a while, Pokemonless. I'm pretty sure I got Pokémon Sapphire either for my birthday or Christmas of 2004, and instantly I was in love. I picked Treecko as my first starter and powered through the game with mostly just my starter by my side. At 7 years of age, there were many elements of the games that I completely skipped over or missed. I caught plenty of Pokemon, but for that first run through, it was just me and Treecko battling the big bosses. By the time I reached the Elite Four, I had Sceptile, a recently caught Kyogre, and 4 Pokemon that were either used for HMs or as a revive buffer for when I needed to just bring Sceptile or Kyogre back into the battle. The thing is, back then, battling wasn't my favourite thing. It was a sideshow to what I really loved about Pokemon, exploring. Hoenn felt like a vast world to be explored, and one of my favourite things about it was exploring all those water routes. Other places like forests and caves just didn't have quite the same effect for me. I was a kid. I didn't care that every sea route felt the same, although there were seemingly hundreds of identical Tentacool ready to ambush me at any time. To me, cave routes felt claustrophobic and difficult, the forests were full of bugs, but the sea routes felt endless. It wasn't until years later that I found out how surfing routes had a bad rep for taking up too much of the map and being too samey. IGN famously rated the game a 7.8 with the comment, "too much water." Over and over, I played and replayed the game. I played with different starters each time, and eventually I started to learn how to play Pokemon. I trained up a Tailo and Geodude alongside Mudkip in one playthrough, and slowly but surely understood at a base level what the type matchups were. Remember, this was an era before smartphones existed, and my access to the internet was limited to dial-up at my grandparents' house. With very rare access to Bulbapedia and Cerebi to tell me where everything was or to uncover secrets for me, I discovered something new every time I played. I'm pretty sure I discovered Pacifidlog town exists on my second or third playthrough, and the fact that a whole town was hidden away from me made that ocean feel even more vast. To me, Pokémon Sapphire was the pinnacle of gaming, and where IGN thought there was too much water, I just thought there was so much space. And I don't think it was until I played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as an adult that I rediscovered that love and wonder with another gaming series. I tried lots of games over the years, but nothing really clicked like Sapphire. And Sapphire sparked that love of gaming for me in a way that nothing ever really has since. Since then, I've played almost every Pokemon spin-off, collected cards, watched the anime, but somewhere deep inside it's still just Treecko and I versus the world. So, tell me in the comments, what was your favourite childhood Pokemon game? Did you sneak a family's Game Boy or DS or even 3DS if you're that young? Or did the anime capture your attention and lead you into the games? Tell me in the comments, and follow and subscribe if you'd like more doses of Pokemon nostalgia. Thanks for watching.